Yes, Father confirms. Your top Foxy P in the building. Holla at your boy Chopper again on the fire of plantain. Hitting you with the new Africa Today show. Ginger. In Akwa Ibom State, they say they want to ban the consumption of Kpomo. Kpomo is the cow skin. They want to ban it. Why not? Cannot people not eat no Kpomo no more? You're going to find out on the show. The ex-military governor of Anambra State is begging Igbo people to please reduce the bride price on your picking head. We're also getting the news right after the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight that is an Igbo man that has sold almost 40 cars to Mayweather. Igbo people, Igbo win. We're getting the news from Liberia that they're 100% Ebola free. We're also getting the news from Ben Bruce complaining about all the things that the government is doing wrong. He said they want to change the whole government, change the whole process of things happening. Then we have the situation of trekkers. People are trekking all the way, trekking to go and thank Buhari, trekking to go and thank Abacha, trekking, all kinds of craziness. And of course, we have the man who decided to roll up some dried okra and then he put it inside Rizla and he smoke it, and I'll tell you about his highness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show. Ginger.
Yes, Father confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy, the chopper of them on the fire of plantain. Yes, 1995 1999 Igbo champion, the first Igbo governor of Lagos State. But once I yes, can I say yes, we fit. Yes, Father confirm, when in doubt, so that breast.
Yes, Father confirm. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Africa Today show. With your top Foxy P in the building. Ginger. I'm going to jump right in. Too many things have been happening in Africa. Crazy. We're hearing the news from Akwa Ibom, a state in Nigeria, where they are banning the chopulation of Kpomo. Kpomo is the cow skin. It's the skin on top of the cow meat. When you chop up the skin, this skin is usually used for leather, for beds, for making drum and things like that. But our people chop it, they eat it. They say they have a song that they sing when they eat it. They say, Kpomo draw me, I draw you. Kpomo draw me, I draw you. Confirm. So they are banned the chopping of Kpomo, and I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? It's very similar to what happened when Ebola was going crazy. So I was like, is this Ebola coming back? Because they said no eating of bushmeat. Why don't you want us to eat Kpomo anymore? Then they now said, look, the Commission for Agriculture came out and said Kpomo is a source of liver and kidney issues. A lot of people that have problem with their digestive system, cancer, things like that. I was like, Kpomo that we're eating. If you're eating any kind of soup, whether it's egusi or ogbono, a typical African man cannot eat a soup that has only one kind of meat. There's different kind of animal that have to be killed inside, or you can have orishi. That means there are different kinds of meat. You can have roundabout, you can have shaki, you can have edo, you can have Kpomo inside the same food. I was like, what's wrong with Kpomo now? And I said, no. The main thing is because of the amount of salt that's used to preserve the skin. I was like, I never thought about that. Salt that they are spraying on it, that's how they make all the stockfish and everything else. They put a lot of salt in it and then now dry it so that way it doesn't rot inside the humid air condition that we have back in Africa. So like, wow, that actually makes sense. So they are banning Kpomo there. So you know what that means? If they're banning Kpomo in Akwa Ibom, that means the price of Kpomo that you can get from Cross River will double. Because if from Akwa Ibom, you're crossing over to the border. Come on, chop Kpomo. We're getting the news from the ex-military governor of Anambra State coming out and is complaining about the fact that bride price be so high these days. And when I heard that, at first I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? Why is bride price so high? What is it about the babies that's increasing the bride price? Is their breast becoming too long more? And they're like, no, it's not about the babies though. It's about the local people. Because if you think about it, bride price in Igbo land has always been a big issue. You know, people always want to say, oh, when you're coming to marry a woman, based on the woman's father standing, based on the level of the babe, blah, we put the money down. One thing I believe is this. The day you decide to marry a woman, that's the person you're picking for the rest of your life. Not only are you guys signing on paper saying I'm going to marry you, you're going to marry me for the rest of our lives, you're going to join together and start born Pekin. That means you're laying a foundation for the future. That means you're looking at this person and saying, me and you are going to come together and form Voltron. Which means that integrated science, if you put integrated science, GSS1, chapter 4 of that textbook, they tell you reproductive system, confirm. When the spermatozoa enter the ovula, confirm. That's what happened, you born Pekin. So that right there, when you're beginning to make that plan, that woman, as you're looking at her, it's not a matter of money. Yo. If you put down 2 oil refinery on top that woman's head, you're underpaying the father, confirm. That's how I look at bride price. But people are looking at it like it's money. You have to pay money. And most of the times in Igbo land, I'll give you expo, being an Igbo boy, Most of the times in Igbo land, it's not a matter of maybe or maybe not. Maybe the girl wants to marry the guy and his money is not long enough so she cannot marry him. No, that's not the issue. Also, it's not an issue of the father of the girl or the mother of the girl saying that, you have to give us this amount before you marry our daughter. It's the people in the village. Is the people in the village that looked at it as their own largesse. They've looked at it that we're living in the village here. The only time we can chop money is one of these people that are coming from Alabeke that's overseas, or people that are coming from Lagos or Kaduna or whatever, where they want to come and do a banquet. That's a traditional Igbo wedding. They want to do it in the village. So they now take, you know what? Since we're here and you want to come and marry our daughter, I don't care how much they told you in township, but yeah, to marry her, bring 1 million naira. A young boy that just finished NYSC how long ago? Where will he get that money from? It always turns, because I've seen multiple times when the parents of the bride never even see shit of that money. They don't even want it. Nobody wants to say, I sold my daughter. Because the day where you start to beat their daughter. Instead, when if you come with pride, don't talk, say, you know what, give me my daughter back. Let her come back to the house. You can't say, I paid bride price, it's my rights, man. You don't want to do that to any man. You don't want to give any man any ability to think that, oh, I've paid for this woman, I'm taking her, I can do whatever I want. If she says she wants to do family planning, the day where I will catch her and take any kind of pill. Plan B, if I plan C, your face will slap. You don't want that. So the men usually don't. They say, don't pay me anything. But it's the only one that is that whole, society, that community that insists on getting money. Now, granted, they have things that they bring. They can say bring yam, bring goats, bring this, bring that. It makes sense. Culture, tradition, bring palm oil, bring palm wine. But this whole thing about the money, it's ridiculous. Because those days are gone. Those days are gone. So it makes no sense, and usually it's those people in the village that collect that money. So this guy was saying that, please, let's reduce this bride price parole, or else we'll be forced to marry our daughter. And that's when you start seeing all those Ngenjika, all those Oluchi, all those Nenna, all those Igbo girls, they'll be 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Oh, 40 years old in their father's house, waiting for husband. Why? Because of high bride price. Cut that bride price low. Or Igbo girls don't collect no bride price. That's why you marry her so quick. Akata girls don't collect no bride price and marry them so quick. On the other side, they don't cook no egusi soup neither. Oh, bono. That can they be massaging your neck while you're watching Nollywood. So we love them so much. Wow, Igbo babies. So please bring the bride price down, Ginger.
Do you think the bride price should be done away with? Like, it's old now, that's old school, so we should just cancel it? Or should we try and reduce it? Or should we just leave it as it is? Because it's not really that big of an issue since it's part of our culture. Please leave your comments below. Thank you.
Talking about Igbo people are getting in news. Mayweather that went and fought Pacquiao and made 180 million. The news came out that an Ibom man sold him 39 of his cars. If you see this guy moto, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this moto long. As in, this moto is plenty. It reminds me of Nigerian Airways during the 1980s. Plenty moto inside this guy's house. This moto plenty die, confirm. And they say it's an Igbo guy that sold him 39 of that moto. So Akabiko, for the man, the Igbo guy that has done what? Has entered into the system and say, you know what, he's going to take it upon himself to be giving this guy moto. Yeah, Igbo people always doing good things. Confirm. Ginger. Now talking about people that are doing good things, we're hearing the story of what people have been trekking. I don't know if you guys are following that story. As soon as Buhari won the presidency for Nigeria, people started trekking. There's one man that started trekking from Lagos. He trekked all the way to Abuja to go and meet him. And that man heard the story that started trekking from Yola to go and meet him in Abuja. Then a third man that started trekking from Borno State all the way to Abuja. All these people just keep trekking. This trekking getting out of hand to the extent that people are now trekking for reasons that don't even make sense. Some people now decided to trek from Olo to Owerri. They said they won't do it the same way. Their own is different. They're going to jog from Olo to Owerri to go and greet the governor of Imo State who just won his whole thing. And now we're getting a new news that somebody from Benue State, an Idoma person, has decided that they're going to start trekking. As soon as their candidate that they want to win Senate presidency take over, they will start trekking from right there from Benue State all the way to Abuja. People need to stop trekking. That's why I like Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth took the whole thing with a sense of humor. He said he's trekking. Look at him. He's trekking from his house to his car to drive to office. I love when I saw that. I was like, Ginger, because it don't make no fucking sense. What are people trekking for? They'll trek. Can't meet the person. Can't shake their hand. Buhari, congratulations, Buhari, on your presidency. The fuck is that? That tells you right there the level of unemployment in Nigeria. Because here in America, here, I don't care when Obama got into power, people were saying, oh, they're so excited about him being. Nobody tracked. Some people went for his inauguration, which means they just took a plane flight, boom. They got there, stayed there for a night, the next day, boom, move out. But nobody trekking 16 days to go and see somebody that just won election. That means you don't have anything in your hand. In one account, you don't have anything doing. You're not harvesting firewood, you're not working mechanic, you're not doing anything at all. You are unemployed. So maybe people can think about that and switch around things they're doing in Nigeria right now. Talking about switching around things. Ben Murray Bruce, this is the guy who's the CEO of Silverbird. What else does he have? Is it Rhythm or Cool FM? That's one of the radio stations. And also Miss Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria. It was doing it way back when. I don't know if he still does it. Ben Murray Bruce has just been elected as one of the senators from Bielsa. And on Twinter, this guy was going crazy, talking about all kinds of things. You know, this was like yesterday, 2 days ago. So anybody that's on Twinter, go and follow him, Ben Murray Bruce. It was very interesting for me to see what he was saying. It was like, look, first of all, if you're a governor, you know what? First of all, hold on, let me just rinse my eye well, because, you know, before I say these things, I have to make sure Aloma is in the system. Ginger. The blood. So Ben Bruce came out and he's like, look, number one, you as a governor, if you're a governor that has a state in which your civil servants have not been paid for months, you should not be entitled to collect your own pay. Your assistants should not be entitled to collect any pay. Local government chairman should not be entitled to collect any pay. People are losing their mind. The guy now came and said, y'all should not be even flying first class. If you're flying to any place in which a Nigerian airline goes, you should not be going there first class on another flight, on another airline. So you should not be flying a foreign airline. Why are we buying things from foreign companies? You know, Xerox, for instance, is an indigenous Nigerian-owned computer firm. And he's like, look, we should be buying all of our equipment for computers from Xerox. We should buy things locally. Don't be buying things. If you want to show up the value of the Naira, you should be buying things locally. Let's wear things with our own textile. Aso Rock, for instance, should not be importing food from overseas. We should be drinking local stuff. There's no reason why you should not be eating all this kind of Hershey's bar and chocolate. No, you should be eating chocolate local stuff. And I was like, this might have a point. But then the guy now started getting deep into it. Started getting deep into it. Talking about like, yo, why is it that we're paying our senators millions and billions and trillions of Naira? Why are we giving them a furniture allowance? Why are they living in all this special housing? Why is it like in Abuja, for instance, you have all these big mansions that are built 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and they are vacant? Mainly because the people that built them, all these senators, when their money came in, they built it and they left it fallow because they don't live there. When they leave Aso Rock, when they leave the whole the corridors of power, they move back to wherever. Maybe they live in Lagos, they live somewhere else. They're not coming there to live in that house. And all these houses are just living fallow. He asked another question too. Why is it that we have all these senators and people in government who are paying every year for them to go for pilgrimage to Mecca, or people that are going to pilgrimage to Israel? I've talked about this thing before. I don't understand people go to pilgrimage in Israel. I've asked my mother, who's a reverend in the Methodist Church, ordained, full and full. I said, Mama, is there any reason for you guys to be going on pilgrimage to Israel? She's like, no. Unless you want to go and see all the places where they say. But there's no reason, nothing written in the Bible that says every Christian should come to Israel. Unlike you can say in Islam, it says right there in the Quran that you should, one of the 5 pillars of faith is that you have to come to Mecca at some point in your life. But the guy was like, Ben Murray Bruce was like, why are we paying for all these rich people to go on pilgrimage to Mecca? Excellent point. In fact, they need to scrap that whole pilgrimage thing all the way down. Because you know what they do with that pilgrimage thing? The whole idea behind pilgrimage parole is just pretty much this. They say, look, all the people that supported us during my election period, you want to go to pilgrimage, Abi, as a way to reward you. Okay, go. That's all it is. There's nothing. It's not for the most pious. It's not for the most religious. Nothing at all. They don't even look at it and say, oh, the poorest people should go. No, it's nothing like that. It's just a largesse. What has this governor done for us? Oh, he sent 30,000 indigents to go on fucking pilgrimage. Fuck that. We need to cancel that whole nonsense. It's a way for them to be chopping money and spending money. And that news that came out of Nigeria, Keshi has been appointed as our coach of the Nigerian Football Association as Spy Eagles Parole. And I'm like, why? Why? for you to have been in a position where it's almost like you're in an abusive relationship. You need to stop that. Move away from that. Talking about Nigerians, I mean, I was so perplexed when I was reading all the when Murray Bruce was like tweeting. If you go into his mentions, people are saying that, what about you? You've chopped money since. What about you? All the things that you're saying that you're coming against the current government because you've been elected now because Jonathan is not there anymore and you came in on that PDP, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, The same Nigerians that said they wanted change. You now have an elected senator who's now saying these are the things we need to change in the government. And you are firing back at this guy, burning him down, trying to bring him down a notch. And I said, wow, this must be Stockholm Syndrome. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, it's very simple, I'll explain it to you. Stockholm Syndrome is a syndrome, something that they found out, where people who are kidnapped, captives, who are held, captive, by captors. People who are kidnapped, over time, if you hold them long enough, they start to have mercy and start to, have an affinity for those who are keeping them in captivity. Which, the way they discovered this whole thing was pretty much like, when it was time for you to come and now liberate these people, when you now come with gun to liberate them and say, oh yeah, one of you that was kidnapped, oh yeah, come, and you try to shoot their kidnapper, they'll be like, no, don't kill him. They might even turn against their liberators, because now they formed affinity with those who had kept them in captivity. So pretty much almost like when you think about in the olden days, think about America for instance, you had those black slaves who, when it was time for them to be freed, they would turn on whoever it was that was trying to free them and say, don't separate me from my master. I love my master. My master loved me. Yeah, he whipped me, but he whipped me because I'm bad. That kind of thing. I believe Nigerians are turning into that whole parole. Well, we always pray for change, but when change comes, we don't want change. We want the status quo. We want everything to continue the way it is, because we're so used to it. It's inside of our bodies, which is why a soldier can tell us to frog jump at the bus stop, and we'll do it because it's inside our bodies. The same way me myself, being a child, I was born in the 80s. I'm used to military rule. I'm used to siren. When I hear siren, wow, 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 I'm like, oh, an important person is trying to come through. I'm not thinking it's an ambulance. I'm not thinking it's a fire truck. I'm just like, important person coming through. Park well. That's the reason why Mopo will be slapping us. We can't do nothing. That's the reason why police can come and catch you and arrest you without them having any kind of thing on their books. Any kind of situation, they can put you inside cell, hold you, awaiting trial for 10 years. If you don't have any family members as up top. That's the reason why we go to go and get driver's license. And I think I stick in there for almost a whole year, because we don't have somebody that can roger money to move us ahead. That's the reason why you can go and collect a form to join customs or join road safety or join police or join army, and it won't even move forward because you don't have anybody that's in there. And we understand that we feel that everything that we need to accomplish in life in Nigeria, we need to have somebody there to help us push it along. The fact that for me to be in America here, and my first job, my second job, my third job, my fourth job that I got in this country, I didn't get it because I knew anybody in any of those countries. I didn't know nobody. It was based on merit. Based on the fact that I prepared myself in terms of my degrees, based on the fact that I was able to speak well and communicate well in the interview, and based on the grace of God, I was able to get those jobs. And for me, I felt like, wow, something is wrong here. These people, they just hire me to fire me. But I can't stay in this company for long. Very soon, I go, yesterday, your guy became one the same job and they could pursue me. But that never happened. So that's because we're conditioned. That Stockholm Syndrome is in us. So when you see somebody that's coming to change things, we jump on that person. I want to destroy that person. So I just pray for Ben Murray Bruce, and hopefully all these tweets in the tweet, all we have to do if we want change, screenshot all these things with this guy yarn. If he enter inside that government, come go and misbehave, what do I say, okay? Remember us? But the people I told these things, so when they elect you, see, Daddy, Alpha. Hopefully, by the grace of God, these things will happen. Talking about things that happen by the grace of God, Liberia is now officially Ebola free, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm so happy to say this. And I was so excited to say this because Liberia went through so much, and it really touched me because afterwards they were able to do one thing that I really loved. They turned around and they said, all of a sudden the whole world is now saying that Liberia is Ebola free. WHO, now we can call this thing an epidemic. An epidemic of a global range now, where we say, You can't even live in a house if a Liberian person is flying into America, shut down, do all those kind of things. Wait till I can't do that. Wait till I help us with this whole situation. Why were you all so slow? United Nations, why were you all so slow? That's good questions for us to ask as Africans, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's good questions for us to ask. They've seen, they saw the light at the end of the tunnel. They've come out. Everybody walk out and hug them. Say, oh, we're done, congratulations. Say, don't come out. They say, hold on, press pause. Why weren't you all with us? Ginger, I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys. Appreciate you for tuning into the show. There's been a delay in rolling out this show, mainly because the touts have been traveling. This past week, I was in Houston for the Wizkid concert, supporting my touts, War Boys, and African Ape came through as well. But the main reason was because we had like Dr. Craze Clown was coming, so I wanted to go, meet up with the dude, but he didn't come. So we did that. I was in Houston this past week, and then from there, I went to go shoot a movie. Myself, Chief Obi, Black Jesus, Niger Boys, they were the directors. They hit us up. They said we should come out there. It was an amazing movie. It was in Hollywood, California. Legit movie. Big stars. Michael Zuriel, Yemi Blacko from Nollywood, Gentle Jack, all these people. It was an amazing experience. Even some Hollywood stars who I can't mention because I would now mess up the whole movie. And they made us sign things. I said we can't really say who was in the movie. But it's pretty like Nollywood joining Hollywood. The storyline and everything was Chasco, helicopter, everything. And they used drone, the video was Oyibo girls, food there, die. All the extras, where the party scene at the pool. This one, no be that one where we say, let's go to your redeem church. Say, hey, sister, can you please bring 5 of your friends, come and be extra? No, they went to an agency and they booked like 40 girls. I'm not saying Igbo girls are better. I'm just saying the quality of the movie was so high because these girls were professionals, confirmed. So then even the girls with the romance Black Jesus because of his role, one kind of big allergy and everything else. It was a blessing. So what I'm trying to say is this. Dreams are coming true. If you be a person where we say maybe they do hair, they do nails, you be an IT guy, they help people repair their phone, they help people repair their computer, whatever it is, believe in yourself. Because dreams are coming true. So use me as a point of contact with that in terms of what you're thinking. We've been doing this thing for a couple of years now and finally it's coming together. Don't be surprised if you see your touts on Netflix. Don't be surprised if you see your touts on HBO. We're working, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Appreciate you not that. This weekend is going to be my birthday. I'm thinking about going to New York to go celebrate, all that kind of stuff. Somebody told me that they're receiving emails from the old Amazon wish list. I didn't update it. I don't know if I should. I mean, I feel like you guys did so much for me last year when I celebrated my 30th. This year, I don't know if I'm worth, anything you guys would give me. You guys are just amazing, just being yourself. So please just do me a favor. Keep spreading word about this show. If not happy birthday, wishes, whatever, just send them to me. That's all I need. If you want to give me anything, don't give me nothing. Just go on that money where we raise for those Liberian children. Finally, we're able to buy all the stuff. We're about to send the first contingent of all the books and biro and pencil and backpack and everything to all those Liberian children who lost their parents from Ebola. We're sending the first consignment this next week. So if you want to donate anything you want to give me for my birthday, don't give me nothing. Just go ahead and make a donation. I'll put the link under this video. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. As I talk whenever I end the show. Anything we don't die in a vote, when in doubt, suck that breast. Jeans.